We are not your ordinary chamber. There is a need, and obviously because we are, I feel, thriving and growing. Our membership is dynamic and diverse. I think we've seen in a short 4 years, there's a desire and a need for a chamber like ours.
Dan Nielsen started this amazing chamber and just wanted to support it and be a part of it. That was the initial introduction into it. But as I learned more about what the mission was and what they've accomplished, there's no way that I could not be a part of it.
I get to not just connect with them through business, but then I also am able to connect them with other business leaders in the community. And personal development for me is absolutely core. And there's so much personal development that happens here.
I would definitely say it's important to be around individuals who can help you grow your business and also be a guide and a resource for pretty much anything you need.
Together, we've all created very unique programming that you cannot find in other chambers.
We created kind of a hybrid of a program. We'd be able to come together at a table and share ideas. Well, how better to do that than offer one of them to get up and share a problem? And then all of us together are able to help solve that problem.
So we kind of have all of our programs really focus on developing leadership talent and abilities in our members.
You always kind of get ideas about your own business. Talking to them about their business is really beneficial.
Even our B2B network, which is our monthly social, is different than any other chamber's social.
One is I've always been part of chambers for the civic opportunities, networking opportunities, but I wanted to find something that was relative to me. Being an openly gay man in a corporation and knowing being a sponsor of LGBT Chamber, I decided to join and participate more.
Well, we joined because I grew up with a gay uncle, and I have a lot of gay friends, and we've been members for about 2 to 3 years now, and we absolutely love it being members of this chamber.
I wanted to join to not only have a seat at the table, but be a part of the efforts for diversity and inclusion.
Lance Pierce reached out to me through the ambassadors, explored joining the chamber as an ambassador to represent the transgender community, because there was at that time there were no transgender members as part of the chamber.
We have folks from all over the city. You know, we talk about this a lot because if you put the same types of people in a room, you're always going to get the same types of ideas. So it's really important to us that we cultivate an environment that promotes different ideas.
This is one chamber outside of the other larger ones that they really want inclusivity and diversity in this chamber.
I feel very welcomed by the chamber and very blessed to find the support here and the inclusion in Kansas City that we have.
There's been a lot of meetings and a lot of movement towards being more diverse, a lot of breakout sessions. It's been great.
We went from one member to today, there are over 340 member entities, and that isn't members. Entities are corporate sponsors and nonprofits, all the great diverse members that we have. Our membership is probably a 40% straight allies, 60% LGBT community, and that dynamic is incredible.
First of all, it's fun. Every person I ever bring is like, this is the most fun chamber I've ever seen in my whole life.
From the first day that we visited, we just felt welcomed by everybody, and everybody's so warm and friendly, and it's a business atmosphere combined with having a lot of fun too.
And from a social aspect, it's just a really dynamic group of people involved.
You won't find people at our B2B networks throwing business cards in each other's face, but you do see them developing friendships, relationships for the boardroom or the next deal that's being made.
At these events, we make sure no one's left alone. Everybody needs to be part of this. No one should be left alone or left out. So it's our job to make sure that doesn't happen.
We are somewhat of a little family here, and when we find someone new, we're like, oh, welcome to the group, you know, let me introduce you to this person, let me introduce you to that person. And so industries that typically wouldn't come together are coming together.
Actually build relationships, which I think is, connection is at the heart of any good relationship. And you can see that there's lights going off all around the room.
I always say invite one person every time you come, or several if you can. Let's get new people involved. Everybody who ever comes loves the chamber.
anywhere. It's people connecting with people first. And then, oh, you happen to also be in this business? Well, let's do something together. And let's work together where we can to create something wonderful.